Mr. LAUREL. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LAUREL, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. LAUREL. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LAUREL, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing? How was your weekend? I'm so glad that you're here with me again this week. And we do have a wonderful lineup indeed coming up this whole entire week. I hope you're excited. A great lineup indeed. Good morning to you and welcome. Please let me know where you're joining us from and who is joining in with you. And today we're starting off with this one. Charlie and Mouse, Lost and Found. Yes, this is book 5 in the series. If you're familiar with it, it's very funny, a very good series indeed, by LAUREL SNYDER and illustrations by Emily Hughes. Yes, this one is coming in latest from the full catalog of Chronicle books of San Francisco. And a big thank you to them, of course, for allowing us to read this one right here on Storytime. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you for being here. Please let me know where you're joining in from, and if you're joining us later or you're joining in the recording, please do leave a message so that we will say hi to you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Monday to you wherever you're joining us from. Yes, Charlie and Mouse, Lost and Found, are here today for a wonderful story, a wonderful journey indeed. And this week, of course, as I've mentioned, we will be having stories for all you dog lovers out there, for all you cat lovers. We have a wide range of stories coming to you with different furry friends in them. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun with us. Thank you for being here. I am glad we're here together again. Another week, another set of wonderful stories to enjoy. Thank you. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy story time. Good morning to you, Theo. How are you doing today, baby? Theo, Garrick, and Kate, how are you out in Pittsburgh? Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Thank you so much. And how's Pittsburgh today? Oakland out here, still cloudy, the morning fog, but should be clearing up. I think we'll be around the 60s for our temperature today. Well, thank you for being here, baby Theo. Good morning to you, Garrick, and of course Kate. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you, Amanda West. How are you doing? Thank you for joining in, of course, with Nathan and Sarah out in sunny Illinois. Indy the cat is listening. Wow, thank you so much from his sunbeam. Wow, I love it. Thank you so much, Indy. That sounds so relaxing. Thank you for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you, Nathan and Sarah. How are you doing today? And of course, Amanda West. Thank you so much for joining us from sunny Illinois. Good morning to you. Abraham and Terry Kasweka, how are you doing today? You say happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday indeed. Good morning to you and welcome. I hope you're ready for this one. Yes, Charlie and Mouse, Lost and Found. Beautiful story indeed. And we'll be getting started very shortly. By LAUREL SNYDER and Emily Hughes, and published and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Good morning to you, Marietta. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us out in Harvard, Massachusetts. Well, Henry, good morning to you, and I hope that your school days are going well. Thank you for saying hello. Appreciate you. Have a lovely time. And of course, thank you for the artwork as well, Henry. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Welcome to Story Time. Good morning. Yes, indeed. One more time. Oh, there you go. There you have it. Amanda, Sarah, and Nathan. You can see there Marietta and Henry have Indy the dog. Oh, Indy the dog, Indy the cat. Everybody joins in Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you one more time. Thank you, Marietta, and of course, Henry in extension. How are you doing today as well? Thank you for being here. I hope you're ready for this one. We have a great lineup this week. Let me just give you a glimpse really quickly. Let me see if I can do this. But this is what we have for you this week. Wonderful, wonderful stories coming up. We have The Longest Let's Go Boy. We have Taking Turns coming back, and then Inside Cat for tomorrow. Do join in. And of course, Sparkus. Yes, we are back with that one as well. So those are the stories that we have for you this week. But of course, we're starting off with this one. Charlie and Mouse, Lost and Found. Are you ready? All right, we're going to get started after this.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back. All right. Charlie and Mouse, Lost and Found. Written by Laura SNYDER, illustrated by Emily Hughes, and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And just a reminder that this one comes from their fall catalog. It is the latest in the series of Charlie and Mouse, Book 5. All right. Here we go. Oh, look at that cutie. All right. Charlie and Mouse, Lost and Found. Laura SNYDER, and illustrations by Emily Hughes, and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And just a reminder too that we'll be reading only the first 2 chapters in this one, Somewhere and Errands. Ah, yes. Let us start with Somewhere. Somewhere. Blanket is missing. Blanket is missing, said Mouse after lunch. Oh no, said Charlie. Where did you leave him? If I knew that, said Mouse, he would not be missing. That is true, said Charlie. That is true indeed. Mouse was very sad. Don't be sad, said Charlie. Blanket is somewhere. He can't be nowhere. That is true, said Mouse. But how will we find him? There are a lot of somewheres. We will look in all the somewheres, said Charlie. We will look all day. Okay, said Mouse. Thank you, Charlie. Oh, look in all the somewheres. I love that. Happy to help, said Charlie. Where should we start looking? The house is a somewhere, said Mouse. That is true, said Charlie. We will look in the house. But Blanket was not in the house. Where could Blanket be? What's another somewhere that they could look? The yard is somewhere. Is a somewhere, said Mouse. That is true, said Charlie. We will look in the yard. Blanket was not in the yard. Oh my, where could Blanket be? Oh, help them find Blanket. Where could Blanket be? The playground is a somewhere, said Mouse. That is true, said Charlie. We will look in the playground. Blanket was not in the playground. Charlie and Mouse went home. They sat on the front step. This is hopeless, said Mouse. Blanket is nowhere. I am sorry, but I do not know how to get to nowhere, said Charlie. Mouse was very, very sad. Oh, help them get to nowhere. Charlie put his arm around Mouse. Mouse, said Charlie. Yes, said Mouse. Blanket is right here. Blanket is on you. You're the somewhere that Blanket was. Mouse hugged Blanket. I didn't know I was a somewhere, said Mouse. You're my favorite somewhere, said Charlie. Aww. Right there. There is Blanket. I'm glad we found him. All right. And we go to the next chapter. Chapter 2, Errands. Oh. It was errand day. Charlie and Mouse were going places, but not fun places. Oh, they went to the post office. I love the post office. There was nothing fun at the post office. I thought watching all those people was fun. Come on, Charlie and Mouse. They went to the bank. Oh, maybe the bank, maybe. There was nothing fun at the bank. Only some very small lollipops. Oh. Do you like going to the bank? They went to the store. There was nothing fun at the store. Really? Until Mouse shouted. Mouse, shouted Charlie. Look! Mouse looked. That, said Mouse, is a dog. The dog was big. The dog was brown. The dog was all alone. I have always wanted a dog, said Charlie. Of course you have, said Mouse. Everyone has always wanted a dog. Charlie and Mouse looked at Mom, who was looking at the dog. Can we keep him? Asked Charlie. Can we keep him? Asked Mouse. Please say yes, begged Charlie. He is lost and lonely. Mouse nodded. He needs friends, and we are very good friends. We do not know that the dog is lost, said Mom. He might just be waiting for his people. He looks lost to me, said Charlie. He looks very lost to me, said Mouse. Let's wait and see what happens, said Mom. Charlie waited. Mouse waited. They waited a long time. Nothing happened. Was the dog alone? Who was with the dog? Where are your people? Well, said Mom, try to call him. See if the dog will come. Spike, shouted Charlie. Here, boy. The dog did not come. Jimbo, shouted Charlie. Dave, Barky, Boots. The dog did not come. Come on, shouted Charlie. Snowball, Blinky, Indy, Batman, Pete. The dog still did not come. Oh, cried Mouse. Why won't you come, you big silly? Oh. And just then, nice work, Mouse, said Charlie. Thanks, said Mouse. I try. This was a very fun errand, said Charlie. That is true, said Mouse. Well, next time we would be reading Silly. Oh, I'll stop right here for now. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful story. I hope you enjoyed going on the errands with Charlie and Mouse. Yes, lost and found, and they found Silly. Find out more what happens in this book if you can find it at your local library or indeed where you find books. Thank you so much for joining in. Always makes me laugh, these ones. Charlie and Mouse, a great, great series indeed by Laurel SNYDER and Emily Hughes. And of course, we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed that one. It is a great one indeed with a good furry friend coming in right there. Tomorrow, do join me though. We will be joining in the Inside Cat. Yes, we'll be finding out what the life of Inside Cat is all about, what it's like. So do join me for that one. It is coming in from award-winning author, illustrator, Brendan Wenzel. So do join me for this one, Inside Cat, tomorrow, right here, 7 a.m. Pacific time, or indeed you can join me at 11. Oh, indeed, go to our archives and find all these books that we're able to record and able to keep there for you. Thank you so much for joining in. And as always, please enjoy reading. Find the many books in the different places that you find books, the library, your school library, and of course, there are those little community libraries that we have. Check out the books that they have too and see if there's anything that you like. And of course, if there are books that you have that you would like to give away, that you like others to enjoy, please find those little libraries, put them in there, donate them so others can enjoy them. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Please keep sending me your recommendations as you are reading all these wonderful books out there. Let me know what you have so that we can bring it here to Storytime. Thank you so much for being here. Let us see who was with us enjoying that story before we head on out. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Rocco, Chriselle, and Clay. Thank you for joining me out in Long Beach, California. Absolutely love it that you're here. It is 4 indeed. I hope you're enjoying it out there. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad you're able to join in. And please have a wonderful day at school, Rocco. And of course, hopefully see you very soon. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, Indy. Thank you so much for joining in, Marietta, and of course a big hug for you, Henry and Indy. Oh, good dog. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. And also who's joining us today, Kate, baby Theo, and Garrick out in Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for joining in today. Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda West and the other Indy. Yes, Indy the cat. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. I hope you're enjoying that sunshine. And Indy, we'll be finding out more about somebody like you tomorrow. Inside Cat from Brendan Wenzel. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely love it. Humphrey, thank you for joining us. And Abraham, how are you doing today? Oh, Humphrey, I think I missed you the first time. Humphrey and Abraham, and of course Terry, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. My apologies, Humphrey. Thank you for being here with us. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful, wonderful story. Thank you indeed. Good morning to you. One more time, Marietta, and of course Henry and Indy. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely love it. Thank you for all the time that we spent together. One more time, Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle. Thank you for joining in Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that one. Please do join me tomorrow again for a wonderful story as we'll be reading Inside Cat from award-winning author, illustrator, Brendan Wenzel. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you have a wonderful Monday. Yes, I know Mondays can be hard, but I hope that this one is beautiful, is smooth, is easy, and you can enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that you can join us for the rest of the week with all the wonderful stories that we have with all our furry friends. Enjoy it. And yes, indeed, think about it. Help out in a shelter where you can. See how you can help out with all the animals that are around. Let us help take care of our animals. Yes, some of the best friends around indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Not just best friends, family members. They've been around so long and they keep us all comforted, and we enjoy their company. So thank you so much for being here on Storytime. I hope that you and all those wonderful pets out there have a wonderful day. And please do join me tomorrow for more Storytime. Yes, keep being amazing out there. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.